The 72nd Primetime Emmy Awards will be airing on Sunday, September 20th on ABC, hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. And here to talk with me about this first of its kind ceremony is our variety reporter, Angelique Jackson. Hi. And our senior writer from The Hollywood Reporter, Mikey O'Connell. Hey, Mikey.
Yes.
Thank you both so much for joining me. It's such a thrill to have two fellow TV lovers kicking this off. First off, happy pre-Emmys. Angelique, how are you feeling about this year?
I am excited, a little sad. I mean, obviously we can join each other in the virtual press room, but I'm really just wondering what I need to wear. Should I wear a ball gown or should I chill out?
I'm good. I'm excited to not be there or in a virtual press room. I'm just going to watch on television for once.
Well, we are going virtual this year. The executive producers of the Emmys, including Jimmy Kimmel, have sent out letters to all of the nominees, letting them know that they are going to be sending in high-quality cameras into their homes. That means, of course, this year there is no red carpet, there is no audience, and they're looking to go live from 140 locations. When you guys hear that, just right off the bat, what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge this year?
I'm just imagining the video village with 140 monitors of just like every actor and producer's home or kitchen or front yard. The biggest issue is one that we're not going to see. It's technology. Like, this is like the most elaborate like sports event ever taken. It's like they're throwing the Olympics. Like the amount of different feeds in play are just wild. Like, I don't even understand how these things work, so I don't really know how to talk about it, but I do know that it is an overwhelming amount of logistics.
Definitely. And I love that you brought up sports because Jimmy Kimmel is actually going to be broadcast live, but this year it is from the Staples Center. And the executive producers have said that they chose to do that because, number one, so much bigger than the Microsoft Center across the street. And number two, they are used to being able to beam out these games worldwide. Angelique, what do you think it's going to take this year to make this virtual Emmys a success?
Well, like Mikey said, and like you said, I mean, the logistics of the technology of it are the biggest hurdle, I would say. I mean, the biggest help that they have is that they have Jimmy Kimmel as the host, who we know from his show, and then of course from hosting the Oscars and so many award shows, is the king of this live TV format. So he'll be able to keep it moving, you know, coming from his central point on stage. But I think, you know, when we were talking about that question of like, how are they going to do this? The idea that the producers are not gonna know who the winners are beforehand is insane. The fact that they can't like pre-predict, okay, you know, the technical director is gonna press this button and he's gonna do this so we can make sure we cut to the right person. That is gonna be wild, and I wish them all the best luck in the world, but it's gonna also probably be really cool.
I think it's going to be really cool, but I love the fact that you brought up that the executive producers do not know the winners this year because they actually asked the Television Academy if just this once they could get the winners ahead of time, and the Television Academy said, nope, sorry, not happening. But one thing that I am excited that the EPs have said is that they are going to show us some of that behind the scenes magic, some of that controlled chaos that's going on. How does that make you feel knowing that we are going to get a peek behind this crazy curtain, Mikey?
I mean, I'm psyched. I was talking to Reggie Hedlund the other day, who's one of the executive producers of the show, and there's just such a like invigorated spirit among the people working on it this year, because I mean, you can say that you're going to play with a format and do something different, and like every year award shows are the same, and this is the first time that they really just have the chance to just like burn it to the ground and like do something completely different. And whether it's if it goes off flawlessly or whether it's full of mistakes, it's going to be live, it's going to be exciting, and I think that people are just going to really hopefully tune in for that sort of like communal aspect of it, because there's sort of a camaraderie to it.
One of the biggest changes of this year is that because there is no red carpet, we are not going to necessarily see all of our favorite stars in one place all glammed up. And in fact, the EPs sent out a letter to all of the nominees saying that the dress code this year is come as you are, but make an effort. Mikey, how do you interpret that? What do you think that means for our group?
I think that it's obviously like no one's gonna do a sincere ball gown. Like if we see someone going over the top, I imagine it's going to be for humor's sake. I think especially like in the comedy fields, you're going to see a lot of people getting playful with it. But I mean, it's not going to be as formal as it was before. But I think the fashion, these sartorial surprises will be worth tuning in for alone.
I think we will see a lot of like sweatpants attire, cute on the top, the normal Zoom look. But I don't know. I have a feeling like, and not just me, but somebody else will probably wear some sort of gown just because why not? If you are in the air conditioning for once, why not lounge around in your gown?
Well, guys, as we know, Jimmy Kimmel is, of course, our host this year. He's going to be taking the helm of this virtual ship. Mikey, do you think that he's going to be able to do it justice?
Yes, there's honestly like no one else I would rather navigate these sort of strange waters than Jimmy Kimmel. He's really good at this. He's great on his own show. He's great at the Emmys. He's great at the Oscars. I think he knows what he's doing, and I think that he can pivot in a way that we may end up needing someone to pivot if things go awry with 140.
I think it helps when you have a host who does have that level of knowledge, experience, and respect in the industry, and also knows how to navigate a tricky and sometimes, when things get negative situation.